Welcome to Kaleidoscope Toy and Miniature Australian Shepherds. Today is day 2 of my new little border collies that I have, that I'm going to be raising them as working dogs. And I just wanted to kind of show you how I train my puppies and where I begin. Really, you need to begin at the beginning, and that is having a puppy who will submit to being handled and having collars or harnesses put on them without having a fit. So I always start my puppies on a table. And I have 2 puppies right now. I'm also going to do a video on should you get 2 puppies at the same time. But what I want this puppy to do is just stand up here. It's fine. I don't care if she looks around a little bit. Looks at the harness and can't chew on it. And I just want this puppy to let me handle it. And I'm not going to let the puppy lean on me. You've probably seen some of my table stuff before. Now this puppy has never been on the table, so this is all new to her. Good. There you go. Good. Good girl. Of course, I'm not using treats. If you've been watching me at all, you know I don't use treats. Good girl. She's already getting it. I haven't done this with them before. She's looking right into my face, right into my eyes. Good girl. So I just want her to let me touch her all over. I want to touch her ears. Good girl. I want to look in her mouth. Good. This is all like getting your puppy ready for a veterinary exam. I want to handle her feet so I can trim those toenails. Good girl. I'm going to handle all 4 feet. You should do this with your new puppy every day. Get your puppy used to being handled, touched all over. You can even take your puppy, gently roll it on its back, scratch its chest a little bit. Good. And then put the puppy back on the table. Very, very nice. Now what I want her to do, and I start my puppies right from the start being very calm about getting their harness on and getting their leash on. I'm not going to create a bunch of excitement around that. Where a lot of people get into trouble is they make a big deal out of putting on the collar or the harness and the leash and revving the dog up before a walk. And what I always do with my puppies is just the opposite. I want them to be calm. So I'm gonna step her into this harness, and I'm just gonna bring it up and snap it over her shoulders. Now, I wouldn't have tried that while she was doing all that jumping around. I waited until she was still, and this is her first time with a harness, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna just cut her loose and let her go run around and get used to the feel of it. And I'm gonna pause for a moment and get the other puppy. Okay, I have the little sister puppy. I don't have names yet, but you don't really need names to train puppies when you're first getting started. This puppy's got a little bit more of a bigger motor than the other puppies, so we'll see how it goes on the table. Okay, so I just want her to, I don't care about the harness right now. I just want her to stand up here. You see, she's a lot more go juice than the other puppy. I'm just gonna stay persistent. There, not bad. I'm keeping her head up. And see, I've backed away from the table so she can't lean into me. If she keeps crabbing her hind legs over, I'm gonna let her sort of, oh, that was good. Good. Yeah, see, I'm kind of letting her fall off, pretending she's gonna fall. Sometimes that helps them to stand still better. Good girl. Good. It's easy for puppies to be excited, running around, jumping and barking and carrying on. It's very difficult to get them to be still and quiet and submissive. So I'm just getting her used to the idea that she can stand still. This is that impulse control that we talked about in earlier videos. And you can start this with an older puppy, but the younger the better. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look in her ears, just like if she was at the vet. Your vet is going to love you if you do this. I'm going to look in her mouth. I'm going to handle each foot, just like if I was going to cut her toenails. Now see, I lost her a little bit because I let her get her head down. Okay, you'll want to keep that head up. I've got my finger right underneath her jawbone. And there's her other foot, and then I'll just handle her rear like if I was going to put a thermometer in there. Okay, so I'm going to pick her up. Actually, she's being a lot better than I pictured her being. This is a lot of dog right here. Okay, I'll put her on her back for a minute. What a good baby. Now, this is the first time I've done this with these. Now, see, she's got a little death grip on my hand, like a hug. And so she's a little insecure about this. She's holding on for dear life, and I don't blame her. Okay, I'll put her back on the table. Now the table just seems like a better place because when I picked her up, she was upside down. Okay, I want her to stand a little bit better before I start to harness her up. Okay, we're gonna see how this goes. Now I'm gonna step both front feet in that harness, and I'm gonna snap it. And then this very good girl, what a good baby. But see, I'm not using treats for this. You don't need treats. So I'm gonna put her down, let him run around a little bit more, and then we'll do something else. Okay, I've attached a little leash to the puppy now, and that's really mostly for safety's sake while she's on the table. But see how she's already standing better? She already understands that when she's on the table, I want her to stand. Now these Border Collies are Einsteins, and you usually have to show them something only one time. So they're not good candidates for repetitive training 100 times, teaching them the same thing, because they get bored. She already understands this. So now that she understands it, I'm gonna tell her, good stand. Good stand. Good stand. And then I'm gonna try to scoop her. Good sit. Good sit. And because I have her on an elevated surface, it makes it easier for me to work with her, and we can get really close and have nice contact. I mean, imagine being only 9 inches tall and dealing with someone like me who's 6 feet tall. And they want to jump and jump and to get close to your face. So this way I can just stand right here and have her close to me. Good sit. Good sit. And there's no treats needed for this. And what we're doing is we're giving this puppy a concept. This is an 8-week-old puppy. Stand. Good stand. Good stand. She can see her sister down there messing around. Good stand. Now she started to go into the sit, so I went ahead and scooped her in. Good sit. Now if she gets restless, good sit. Good. Okay, I'll release her. Free. Now I've just freed her to do whatever she wants to do. I'm just going to let her look around a little bit. Just letting her watch her sister. Sister's chewing on something. I'm just letting her look around, but I'm not going to let her jump off, but she's free. I'm just going to scratch her. Good sit. Now see, she just offered to sit. Good sit. I'm not going to say good girl. I'm going to say good sit. Good sit. Good sit. You do not need treats to train your puppy. And in fact, I just fed them their lunch. I don't like to work with a dog that's hungry. All right. I don't learn well when I'm hungry. I'm grumpy. I want something to eat. They don't need to be hungry, starved to be trained. Now she's standing. Good stand. Good stand. I should have told her good stand earlier, but I was talking to you. And I might just adjust the feet a little bit just to reinforce that she's standing. Good stand. Good stand. Okay, free. Now let her do whatever she wants, but she can't go off the table. And see what this also teaches them? Stay close to me. Stay close to me. It's safer if you're close to me. Good stand. Good stand. I will spend about 5 minutes a day doing this with each one of these puppies. They are 8 weeks old, and this is all I'm going to do with them. I'm not taking them out, socializing them with everybody. It's me and them and my husband. That's pretty much it. And they won't see much of him. So I want these to be my dogs. Good girl. They're going to be working dogs. They need to pay attention to me. Good stand. We'll do one more of these. Good sit. Free. Okay, I've freed her. She can do whatever she wants. They can fall. So, but we do keep a safety line on them because some puppies will do that. They'll back right off the table. So now there's safety line. So let's get her back up here. So I told her free and let her do what she wanted to do. But what this is teaching her is the safest and best place to be is really close to me. She doesn't need to be on the ground. I don't need to be dragging her around by a leash. She's on a loose leash and she's close to me, and she's 8 weeks old, and that's what I want. I want a dog that when I'm walking it, it's on a loose leash and it's close to me. And the best place to start that is on the table. Now she's in a down because she got a little spooked falling off the table. So this is called an offered behavior. She offered this to me, so I'll say good down. Good down. Good down. Good down. Very nice. Okay, I'll stand her back up. This is when they have to have their most confidence, is when they're standing. Good stand. It's kind of like if you were on the ledge of a building, you know, you're not going to want to stand up there. You're going to want to be sitting down on it or laying down on it so you don't fly off of it. Good stand. Good sit. If you will start this with your new puppy, you will not believe how easy it is to leash train your baby, and just to train it in general. These puppies are only 8 weeks old, short attention span. I want everything to be just short and sweet. Good, sit, free. Okay, this time when I freed her, you know, she's not gonna start running around and running backwards. She's learning. She's learning. If she just stays still, stays close to me, that's the place to be. So I want to thank all of my subscribers. I'm having so much fun with my channel. I have subscribers now from all over the world. I have a new one from India, and it's very, very exciting. And I wanted to say to other people that are trying to build a YouTube channel, if you're building a small channel like I am, we can help each other with subscriptions. So if you subscribe to me, just make a comment and say subscribed, and make your comment about my video or whatever you want to do, and then I will look at your channel, and if it has the kind of content that is in agreement with what I'm doing and what I'm about, then I will subscribe to you, and we can all help each other out, because I know we all need to get to that 1,000 subscribers. So thanks again for watching. Thank you to all of my subscribers and my subscribers to be.